Let's go into our news of the week, which is brought to you by Eagle Mortgage. Eagle Mortgage, they know mortgages. They've known mortgages for more than 30 years, and they'll help you with your conventional FHA or VA mortgages. And so, this is the spring season. A lot of people are buying houses. If you are thinking about buying a house within the next several months, talk to Eagle Mortgage, get that pre-approval letter, and then you can go into the home buying extravaganza with the right type of ammunition in the pocket, if you will. So go to eaglemortgagecompany.com, or you can find them in person at 114th and Davenport. All right, let's get into the news. Trenton, the first one is we've got a press release from Nebraska MultiSports Complex saying that, yes, officially the complex in La Vista in the Southport East area is going to open this fall. Phase one of the project includes 12 fields that will be home to several sports. They're all turf lighted multi-purpose fields, things like soccer, baseball, fast pitch, softball, lacrosse, flag football, and rugby. I don't know why just flag football, but that's what they've got. And so it says the facility will host national and regional tournaments and competitions. This will attract out-of-state teams and their fans and their parents, so big economic development boost for the metro area. Several of the fields will be ready for athletic competition this fall. All 12 fields will be ready in the spring of 2023. Get a load of this. This complex with the first 12 fields is forecast to have an annual economic impact of almost $10 million with $401,000 of local sales and lodging taxes.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've been involved with this land and this project for probably 8 years, and I sold this on behalf of the McDermott family, I think almost 7 years ago. Michael Castling and his team at Nebraska MultiSports Complex, they've taken the risk all along. They've got a ton of money into this thing. They've got some great sponsors. I'm told that there's going to be a naming sponsor. I don't know who it is, but kudos also to Mayor Doug Kindig of La Vista, his staff, and all the stakeholders. This is right next to the Southport East area, which I've sold a ton of land, done a ton of projects. I know of at least 3 more hotels coming into this Southport area. I think La Vista is going to have over 50% of the hotel rooms in Sarpy County when this thing is within the next year. And you're going to have Smash Park across the street over by Cabela's, which is a 25,000 square feet on 3 acres that has pickleball and bars and restaurants, all kinds of family entertainment type stuff. So Southport is really getting going again and continues to go. And then I still have a couple acres of land for sale, so if anybody wants to be part of the action right across from the MultiSports Complex, call Trenton.
Well, it's a good thing those 3 hotels that you are hearing about are thinking about being developed in that area, because the complex is expected to draw more than 32,000 overnight visitors per year. That's a lot of hotel nights, especially when you consider that a lot of those limited service hotels in that area probably only have about 150 to 200 some rooms. So you're going to need a lot of rooms in that area.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of restaurants. There's Jimmy John's is right there. You've got Beyond Golf right there. You've got Houston's bar there. Parents will have plenty of things to do when they drop off their kids for practices and games.
Well, let's keep it in.
They don't want to watch the games.
That's a good point. Let's keep it in Sarpy County for right now. A groundbreaking ceremony is scheduled for June 28th, about a month from now, exactly a month from now, at the Tower District. This is a 73-acre mixed-use development on the northwest corner of 84th and Highway 370 in Papillion. It's right about a mile south of downtown Papillion. Why do they call it the Tower District? Because it's in the shadow of Papillion's iconic water tower. And this is going to be one of these walkable urban-style neighborhoods, might feel like a city within a city. Cool development. Probably going to take a lot of time because it's not easy to create a walkable urban-style district out of a cornfield, which is what it has been lately.
And it's not flat. I believe this is a Calabretto building group. Jesse Calabretto and his team are going to develop this site, and it's right across from the new Tommy's Express Car Wash, which is also open, also a Storage Mart. There's a McDonald's next door, and this is really state in Maine and Sarpy County.
Yeah, exciting to keep an eye on that. Looks like really high quality stuff, really attractive development. All right, well, Trenton, when you and I were in high school, which was starting to be a long time ago now, when we were in high school, the original Top Gun came out. Yeah, that gives you an idea about how long ago it was. Anyway, when we were in high school, there was a hot new development that was the talk of the town and had the restaurants and retailers that everyone...
Regency. No, just kidding.
That was the 70s, before we were in high school. And it was the talk of the town, and everyone wanted to go there. It was called Miracle Hills. Well, in recent years, the west side of Miracle Hills, west side of 114th Street, has become, well, an eyesore.
Desolate.
And but major renovations are underway to fix that. I drove by the site just in the last couple of days, and it looks like that 137,000 square foot retail center there on the west side of 114th has all sorts of construction going on. A whole new facade is going to go in front of the building. The rendering on the sign looks great. There's a lot of construction. A lot of the vertical supports for the new facade have been installed. And so we haven't heard anything about tenants other than that there's going to be a Nebraska Medicine UNMC type facility in part of the old Bag and Save grocery store that was on the far north end.
I don't believe that's open to the public. It's more of like breaking bulk and putting together prescriptions and everything for their clinics and their hospitals and things like that. So that's not the most exciting thing. There were plans early on a few years ago to kind of match the First National building there, 8 stories. And you can imagine how cool it'd be indoor, outdoor restaurants and progressive living and hotels and restaurants and really true mixed use type stuff. It's been obviously greatly scaled down and repurposing the existing building, which is fine. Anything's better than what they have here now. And it's really been a long time coming. I think that Indian restaurant is still open. There might be one other.
I'm not sure if that one is. Maybe it is, but Cilantros is still open.
That's right. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's right. Right. It's not the Taj.
Yes.
So hopefully it'll go. I think it's a FedEx building that's going in front. Is that right?
Yeah, that is in
new building,
a pad site that was never built on, immediately north of the dead Boston Market. That's going to be a FedEx office location.
Our former company, World Group, we were there for a long time on that corner in that freestanding building.
Yeah, a little 10,000 square foot office building right where 114th Street curves into Miracle Hills Drive. And I believe that is still being used as an office. I have no idea what company's in there, but I believe that's still being used as office.
We still have our 4,000-pound safe in there. It was the Exarban Parimutuel safe for the racetrack, and it's about $1,000 to move. There's one company in town that'll move it, and we haven't moved it yet.
Folks, I will never forget the night many years ago. I was sitting at home and I get this call from my friend Trenton that says, "You'll never guess what? What? I bought a safe." Cool. He said it's 4,000 pounds, and it was the safe that was used for all the money that they collected back when Exarban was a racetrack. And Trenton was so excited until he figured out he had to pay to move the thing.
They literally had to take off the door at 780 North 114th Street. And it was, and we had to move it from across the street one time. And it's 79 inches tall. The lady who showed me how to open it, her name was Leslie Douglas, and she was the parimutuel manager there. And she told me this story about it was an inside job. A couple people within Exarban staged it, and they stole like a $280,000 out of the safe at night point of one of the employees. Yeah, they didn't get very far.
All I know is that the cost of moving it was a hell of a lot more than what you paid for it, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay. It is really cool, though, by the way. Okay, let's see what else is next on the docket. Construction, barricades, and fencing are in place for a major project in the Blackstone district. We've talked about this a while when it was first announced last year, but now it's getting started. This is going to be a 9-story building, primarily residential, although there will be some commercial retail space on the ground floor. It's on what has been a surface parking lot immediately west of the Kempton Cottonwood Hotel in Blackstone. There is a former large house that had been converted into apartments many, many years ago that's coming down. But the barricades are around, and so we should see some interesting progress on that soon. Also, as part of that project, the city of Omaha will have a parking garage fused in it that can be used for both the building occupants and, I believe, people who are coming to visit the businesses in Blackstone.
And later in the show, we got breaking news about the Switch Food Hall.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that. And then the last thing we have for news of the week, a very cool mixed-use project planned for North Saddle Creek Road. So we're going to have to ask you to close your eyes and do some imagining. So picture Saddle Creek Road kind of turns into Northwest Radial Highway as you're heading north a ways from the Med Center. But there's a little branch off to the northwest that works its way up to a peanut-shaped roundabout. Well, that little branch off is technically still Saddle Creek Road.
That was peanut, ladies and gentlemen.
Plans call for that to be vacated, and that space, along with the former Wolfson used car lot, will become a 5-story mixed-use building with 160 apartment units and 7,100 square feet of retail commercial space. But the plan is for that stretch from Northwest Radial all the way up to the roundabout Peanut to become an overall commercial walkable district. There might even be a business improvement district, but this is a great move for that area, which I've always thought had a lot of potential, but seemed to be very underutilized, underdeveloped. And one would presume this is probably more momentum coming out of what's happening and going to be happening at the nearby Med Center.
That sounds amazing, and that area definitely will sustain it. And
that's your news of the week, which is brought to you by Eagle Mortgage, eaglemortgagecompany.com. You can find them also in person at 114th and Davenport.
If you like this video, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And remember, Grow Omaha is not just media. This is a mission. We are trying to build up Omaha and make it an even better place. We can only do that with your help. Share this video with your friends, neighbors, and family.